Is it me? Nah, it ain't me. I play entirely too much. I need to stop doing this. Okay, but is it really me? So we're back. First video of the new year. Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. So in today's video, as y'all can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about what are some things you should think about before making a decision of where you want to go to college. I think you should know, or that helped me make my decision. I'm not like a professional, so this is just a girl that's just got into college talking to another boy or a girl that is planning to go and doesn't know what to do. So I'm gonna put on some glasses. Maybe we're gonna see which is more appropriate. Okay, this is cute. It's giving me very much so serious vibes, as it should. And then these, they're both giving what they're supposed to give. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, like, but I think I'm gonna go with the first option. Okay, so cleaning these took a long time. Anyway, first of all, before I even get into that, let's get into I have a ring light that goes on your desk, so this will probably help me be more consistent because I don't have to do too much to get to recording. Like, I could literally prop my phone into this little thingy and turn the light on, and it literally does everything for me. I don't have to set up no big ring light and then, you know, prop everything up, get the actual camera. Like, it just is so convenient. So yeah, anyways, into this, so the first thing I have up here is cost. And what I mean by cost is, can you afford it? And when you graduate, how much debt will you have, and will you be able to handle your debt? So on one hand, cost does not really matter, because if you're not making like a whole lot of money, like if your parents make like $35,000 and below a year, then they'll probably give you a whole lot of money, especially if you apply early like I did. I apply every year that I have to apply. I've been applying for 2 years now. I apply like super early, like the first week that it opens. I stay in North Carolina, so it opens in October. But yeah, I apply early and I get a lot of money. So that, you know, cost kind of doesn't matter, because on one hand they will cover, like the financial aid will cover most of it, but still, what about if you apply later and it doesn't cover as much as you thought? And you know, they're covering it right now, but you have to pay it back. So when you do graduate, can you afford the cost that will come with it? And you know, different schools have different tuitions. Some schools are cheaper than others. Like, that's one big thing to think about. So definitely consult with your parents. You don't really have to, but you do, because like they're gonna have to pay for it now, and then you like pay the financial aid back and maybe them back in the future. But you need to consult with your parents or your guardian, whoever takes care of you, and talk about the different options that you have, and can they cover the cost of that if financial aid wasn't to give you too much, or you know, whatever the case may be. Y'all have the financial discussion. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I can't stress this enough. When you graduate and you get into your field that you got your degree for, that you can be debt free by the age of like 29. That's what my plans are. I want to be debt free by 28, because I graduate when I'm 23 with my master's. I get my bachelor's when I turn 21 and my master's when I turn 23. I think that's 5 years. And well, I don't think it is 5 years, and I think that should be more than enough time to take care of that. But yeah, just make sure that when you graduate, you aren't swimming in debt until you're 70 years old. Like, that would suck. And I know a lot of people might say it's unrealistic to be debt free at a young age or whatever, but I feel like when you prioritize, and you know, it can get done. Nothing is impossible. You have to want it badly, and I want it. Okay, is the experience at that particular college worth the price? So like, are you going to be staying somewhere where it's going to be worth 20K? And is the value of your education going to be that, like, is it going to be worth 20K? Like, all those different factors go into the price, and you need to figure out, is that worth it to you? If it's not worth it, like if you feel like you're not getting enough for your buck, then you don't need to go there. So number 2 is location. So really, how far or close is it, and what employment opportunities are there if you have to get a job, and is it as close or far as you want? So when I was younger, I always said when I graduate, I don't know why I thought this in my head, but when I graduated from high school, I would get in my car, I would have an apartment, not even thinking ahead and doing the math, but I would have an apartment, I would have all my stuff already packed in the car, I would drive to where I was going to be staying, and I would just be far away, like a state or 2 or 3 away, like, and be set, like, yeah. So as I became a senior, and like as soon as I became a senior, I started touring schools. That just went out the window. Like, I totally was like, no, I want to be close to my mama. Like, I want to be with her. I need to make sure that if something happens to me or her, we're close to each other. So like, me going 3 hours away was messing with my mind a little bit, because we were so far from each other. We were like 190 miles away from each other. But that was me. If you want to be far, go far. If you want to be close, then you stay close. But you have to make sure that whatever school you're looking at is what you want it to be location wise. So yeah, and especially if you have to get a job and you can't get into work study for some reasons, or whatever the case may be, and you're having a theme for yourself and you know that you need a job, make sure that you're looking at what employment opportunities are out there. Like, are there enough places where you could apply at and get hired? Like, that's important, because if you're fending for yourself and you can't go out there with a job, or you're looking for a job and you just cannot find one, then you're in a little bit of trouble, aren't you? Like, because you're gonna need money. So make sure that you're thinking about your location and what comes with your location. Also, with like HBCUs, some of them are not in the best locations ever. Not like saying like it's the ghetto or the ghetto, but I'm just saying it's not the best location in the world. It's not 5 stars. So can you handle hearing sirens almost every other night? Like, stuff like that. Like, seriously though, look at the location, analyze it, and see if that's what you really want to do. And touring is essential. Now during COVID it might be hard, but if you and your family can go look at where you're going to be living, not just the school in general, but the town period, then go take the opportunity and see what it's talking about. So number 3, do they offer a good program for your degree? So like in North Carolina, I know Winston-Salem State, where I go, is known for their nursing program. So many people all over the country, the state, come to Winston for the nursing program because it's so phenomenal. Like Central, I know they have a great criminal justice program. So people who are criminal justice majors, as myself, they go to Central. Every school has probably something that they stand out for. Make sure whatever school you go to fits with your major. Now, it doesn't have to be number 1 in your major. You do not have to go to the best school for your major if you don't want to. But just take a look around on the website where they have like the different departments, and like look at who's teaching your major. Some of the professors are like a little known. You can look them up and see what they're talking about, see what they're known for, or anything. Just do your research on the program in general and see how good it is, and is it worth it to go there, because that's what you're here for. You're there for the experience, for fun, but you're also there for your education. That's really why you're there. So make sure that you're going to get a good one while you're there. You already have to pay for it, and change your life around a little bit for it. The least it can do is have the education aspect down to the teeth, what you're going there for. So do your research. And if you have any friends who are in school there that you can ask questions, like ask your questions, use your resources. Always, we're here for using our resources. Number 4 would definitely be housing. So look at on the website of the school that you're looking at, and look at the dorms that they have for freshmen. And that's really what you're starting off with. You do not have to look at upperclassmen just yet. You can, but you don't have to. All right, now you're focused on strictly freshman year, because at the end of the day, you can always transfer. And upperclassmen, housing is always super nice at every school anyways. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about upperclassmen because you're going to be set. We're talking about freshman year. Go look at the website, see if they have any pictures. Type in the name of the school and the dorm on YouTube, where you're at. But simply look at where you're going to be potentially staying and see if that's where you want to stay. Some dorms offer bigger rooms, some offer smaller, some are boy girls, some are just girls, some are, you know, there are a lot of different things that play into where you're staying, and you just have to make sure that you're comfortable with that and that you're comfortable wherever you're going to be staying, because you're going to be there for a year, which means you need to like where you're staying. Like, this is where you're going to be doing everything that you do where you're at now. You're going to be doing that there. And imagine you not liking where you have to shower, you're not liking where you have to eat, where you have to lay your head, and in some people's eyes it's like minor at the moment and it doesn't hit them. But definitely do your research, because it sucks to not be able to adjust because it's just that bad. You know, some people will say, oh no, you're gonna adjust. No. Do your research on where you're going to be staying and look at what you can also afford housing wise. Like, can I afford to stay in a nice dorm? If I got to stay in a crappy dorm if I go here, I personally don't want to go there. I don't want to go there if I can't afford it. Like, I want to stay somewhere I'm going to want to be. And being a homebody, my room is basically my everything. I'm always in there. I was always in there. I need to be somewhere that I can sit around all day and not, you know, hate it. So definitely look at housing. Number 5 definitely would be, what type of experience will you have going there? So what type of people are there? Like, they have where you could look up the school on Google and it tells you this is a predominant white school, this is a predominant black. And not that race has like a big impact on your experience in any way, shape, or form. Not racist. And like, not saying that like if you go to a predominant white school you're gonna have more fun or you're gonna have a bad experience or blah blah blah. I'm saying that stuff is just a factor, like a couple of factors. Like, who goes to the school? Like, these people make up what your school is, so they kind of do matter. And not that their race determines their character, but it's just important to know who you're gonna be around. That's all I'm strictly saying. Know who you're gonna be around, know where you're gonna be, what you're gonna be doing, what type of clubs do they have, what type of extracurriculars, like, is there something that you can do there? Even though so many schools have like a million different organizations, like, simply do your research on what type of experience you'll be having. Go on YouTube and watch other people's experiences, take notes, learn from it, etc., etc. Everybody has different experiences, but also know that college is what you make of it. Your experience is like dependent on you, but at the same time there are other factors that can change your experience and they hold weight too. Number 6, finally, once you've done all that, you simply need to make a pros and cons list. This is what saved me. Now, when I was trying to figure out what school I was going to, I paid 2 housing applications because I just couldn't decide, and the period was ending. And to basically lock in with both so that I could make my decision and I wouldn't be like looked out on the other. Like, if I was to pick one but I already paid for the other one, like, now I'm stuck with just this one and I can't, you know, whatever. So make sure that you do your pros and cons list. Your pros and cons will really help you out a lot. And the best thing about pros and cons is it's your pros and cons. Like, it's what you like and what you don't like. Like, it's not what Google told you or a YouTuber. It's simply you making the decision for yourself. And basically what I did was, whoever had the most pros, I went. Or whoever had the most cons, like, you're out of the picture. Like, whichever way you choose to do it, it's your decision. And it really helped me out a lot. And I promise it takes like 5 minutes, but think about everything you like, everything you don't like, and do it for all of your options that you have to choose from. Eliminate, and whichever one you know, narrow it down to, that's what you pay for. And if you don't like it, you know what you can always do? You can always transfer. There's nothing permanent. Like, there is no contract that you sign when you well, I don't know about athletes, but like everybody else, there is no contract that you sign that says you have to attend this school for all 4 or 2 years. Do what you want to do. And that's really all I have to help you guys make your decision to pick what school to attend. I hope I was informational. I think that's the word. Informal. I think the word is informational. I don't know. You guys, I just wanted to say I definitely meant informative. I need help. I don't know. But I hope I was able to help you a little bit in some way. I love you guys. And if you have any questions, my email and DMs are always open to help you. So if you like this video, make sure you like it. You can leave me a comment and subscribe.